What's up, guys? We are back with a little bit more Mortal Kombat. Thank you for joining us on the X-cellent adventures of Gootecks and Mike Ross. So last time, if you guys saw what we did, we went through a little bit of story mode because I knew that if Mike just jumped into training mode, he wouldn't appreciate the game for what it is.
I want to say there's some more to it with what you're touching on, and it's the fact that for me, particularly to enjoy a fighting game, to want to play a fighting game, I need to first find a character I like.
Yes, you have to give a fuck about the characters.
I absolutely have to care about the characters.
Yeah, because you're going to be investing a lot of time. You got to stare at the character. You got to listen to the character because of all this stupid corny dialogue. That's so awesome.
Exactly. And that's why there's certain games out there that just feature, casts where I'm just looking at it, I was like, why would you, who is this appealing to? It's cast.
The cast is appealing to somebody. The cast is appealing to somebody.
Yeah.
But it's not you.
It's not me. But that's why, when people say, why don't you play this fighting game, Mike? I'm just telling you, it's if there's a character that I can relate with or I think is cool, I'll definitely play it. But there's some games I'm just like, what?
I know. What? I think that's what makes Street Fighter so iconic is that these are characters that we have grown up with.
Exactly.
And the characters also have grown.
Yep.
However, when a new franchise comes along,
you're selling your characters. That's what you should be selling.
Yes.
Are the characters in your game. And if you fail to do that, nobody is going to play your game.
Yes, because
I'm getting upset about it.
No, I'm sure you get hit up too. Like somebody's like, "Hey, I'm making a fighting game. I want you to check it out." And you're just like, "Dude, what
are these characters?
Exactly.
Why should I?
That's the difficulty I would say of coming in as a new franchise is how do you get people to care about your characters?
Yeah.
And so far, the way that Mortal Kombat has made me care about the characters is story mode.
Yeah.
In addition to having grown up with the characters as well.
I was gonna say, in addition to that, is that obviously when you're a big franchise like Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter, people are already gonna get your game.
Yeah.
Right. They're gonna get
some guaranteed sales.
But here's how you guarantee new customers. Is that story mode?
Yeah.
Now I know the characters, or a little bit about them. I didn't do the whole thing, obviously, but I'm already like,
you got a little bit of reason to.
Every character I pick is gonna have some badass story attached to them, right?
Yeah.
I almost want to play Quan Chi now. But anyways, I am in training mode because I gotta learn somebody.
Okay.
And the character that I'm going to learn, for now, is Kenshi.
Okay. So once you pick your character, then you have to pick your variation. So the variation, I would say 80% of the moves are the same, and then there's 20% difference. So each.
Okay.
I've done the one on the left.
Okay. Then I'm not gonna pick him.
Oh, why?
I don't know why.
Well, you know who you would definitely like is the big guy. Ferrator. Dude, it kind of reminds me a little bit of I can't quite think of the character, but there's definitely a character in a couple other fighting games that have a similar sort of big guy with the little person controlling him.
Right. Hodor, Game of Thrones.
I haven't seen it.
Okay. You're not missing out on anything.
Have you seen the new have you seen the new episodes?
No.
Are you all about that shit?
Don't ruin it for me. I'm gonna watch it.
No, there are 4 or 5 episodes leaked.
Of Game of Thrones?
Yeah.
I thought.
You didn't hear about that?
So wait, the show is not out? It didn't start yet? I thought people were already watching it because I thought it's back.
1 or 2 episodes is out, but there were 4 episodes that leaked when the first episode came out.
How does that happen?
Oh. I mean, obviously they're not shooting this shit every week, Mike.
Obviously, but the thing is, no, that's not acceptable. Anyways, okay, an enhanced Tor fights solo as Pharaoh. Lackey.
I don't like the sound of that.
I do.
Fuck this bitch. She's just hold it.
That's what I'm saying. Thank you, Lackey.
Just hold it.
Let's go, Lackey.
She's just weighing me down.
That's all I need.
Get off me.
Get off my back. Jesus.
Going solo on this one. I don't need your input.
Lackey.
Don't tell me what to do.
I don't need nobody. No, it's actually more romantic because he cares about girls.
Her well-being?
Yeah, her well-being. He's like, just
Allow me,
sit this
young
out.
lady.
I have to protect you.
I got this.
Oh yeah, look at that lackey. Sit on the
Oh,
sidelines.
shit.
That's so sick. Okay, what am I doing?
Okay, all right. Okay, so.
I must learn. Can I show you how I like to learn?
Sure.
Games, characters.
Okay, you show me.
Special moves first. Mandatory. Most important. Special moves.
Okay.
They're special.
All right.
I need to learn them.
You show me how you learn the character, and then
Got
I'll
it.
show you how I learn
Okay.
Mortal Kombat.
Okay. All right, let's see. Okay, so I got this down. Okay. Got to do the move a few times.
Also, you can press 2, pause it.
Okay. Woo. Okay.
You can press 2 to, press X, and then go to your special moves. And then you can press 2 to tag the different moves, and then those moves will stay on the screen after you leave the moves list. So if
That's
you have
so good.
So if you have a shitty memory like I do,
Yeah.
then you can like leave them there on the screen.
Oh, EX. Okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Because like it's kind of hard to remember because it's
Right.
not like fucking fireball jab.
Right. Yeah. Command grabs. This is my character.
I'm shocked.
Dragon Punch? Let's go. This is my character.
And a Blanca ball. Oh god.
I have a Blanca ball.
And an uppercut. Oh my god.
I have a charge move, uppercut, and a command grab. What more do I need? How is anybody gonna beat me?
I'm
Let's see what
actually,
he does.
I'm actually curious to know if those special moves are only in this variation.
Oh, from the sidelines!
Oh my god, did you see?
Stay safe. Stay safe.
Oh yeah. Okay. So
Okay,
I
so
think
there's
those
just
are
X.
all when they have the icon by next to the move. That means that it's that variation only. So the moves that you're doing are only in the lackey variation.
Oh, okay, I see.
Yeah. I think.
Gotcha.
Oh, wait, go to variation. Yeah, and then go to special moves. So like those are all the special moves listed are all like
Just this variation only.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you were to pick the regular variation, like you wouldn't have those moves.
Gotcha.
Probably because you would have a small female on your back.
Right. Yeah. How do you learn characters?
Okay, so the way that I think because this is a game made in North America, like it was actually a little bit easier for me to understand like the body language of the game, so to speak. And with Street Fighter, like that shit is not obvious. I don't know if it's because I'm stupid or because like I'm not Japanese.
Okay.
But in this game, when you pause it and press X, then you get the extended move list, of which I didn't even realize existed until halfway through story mode. But the beauty of it is that it shows you the frame data of all the moves. So by knowing the frame data of the moves, what I did was I looked at all of the moves that had the best frame advantage, all of the combo strings that had the best frame advantage, and then worked on building those into my muscle memory.
Gotcha.
So what? Go. Here.
Where is it? Where is the roll?
Ah, you fucking. Here, look at it.
Thank you.
Okay. So.
Put my combos on there.
Right, okay, so basically what we're gonna do now is try to fill up the remaining tagged slots because you can only have like 5 or 6.
Yeah.
With his combo strings that have the best frame
Block
advantage.
Yeah. Okay.
And the thing with this game is that anything that's less than -5 is still pretty good. Even -6 is still pretty good, but we'll just keep it to -5 or less.
Okay.
So that one's -5.
That's -4. The one
This
above
one
that, enormous swing.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so this gives us a lot to work with just within the one subsection. Because, like, if you don't, when you first start looking at it, it just seems like, oh, fuck, there's like a ton of strings here.
Yeah.
This is like really overwhelming. But the strings are actually just sorted by button. So, okay, so we're out of tagging spaces.
I see.
So now those are just there. So you can just basically practice those strings, and in case you forgot your special moves, those are there too. So it almost gives you a to-do list. So what I would do, what I was doing when I would learn a character is I would start with just those strings and then try to hit those strings 10 times in a row because I have the memory span of a goldfish.
Yeah.
So it's hard for me to remember not just everything that I'm seeing, but also like to build the muscle memory at the same time because you're kind of learning two things at once. One, you're learning what it visually looks like, and two, you're learning how to hit the buttons. And one thing that I realized last night is that anytime, and this I think is very useful as a Street Fighter player, is that anytime you see a string that has 2 of the same button, you can just double tap it. Instead of having to hit the button twice, which is completely counterintuitive from everything we learn about Street Fighter.
That's true.
Right? But, so what you can do, right, is double tap 1 and then hit 2 and 4 at the same time. So it's basically.
That's what I've been doing, yeah.
So in my opinion, it's a lot easier.
It's a lot easier.
Because there's so much that can go, there's so much that can go wrong when you're trying to hit the button fucking multiple times, especially because some people have like relatively complex strings for somebody who has 0 experience playing like 3D fighters and NRS games, you know?
Yeah.
Just from a Street Fighter perspective, this is like heresy, right?
Right, yes, this is true. I'm like,
You're like cheating,
you know, here's what I'm doing. If you guys want to see, you know, I'm talking to you right now. And now I'm gonna just like, you know, look away, but my combo finished while I'm, you know.
And as a Street Fighter player, you're like...
Still comboing, but...
Yeah, you're like, well, what the fuck? Why is this like this? But when you understand a little bit of the system, you realize that the dial-a-combo system works in the game's favor because certain strings are unsafe if you do the third part of them. So by doing hitting the buttons as quick as possible, such as by double tapping, it'll give you time to visually hit confirm and see whether or not you need to follow up with the next move, which would typically be really unsafe. Because if we look at the frame data, we'll see that the further down in the strings that you get in terms of like the second or third like variation, the more unsafe it gets.
I see.
So if you don't hit confirm and you just do the entire string, you're going to be super negative for a lot of the strings, which make you really punishable. So by hitting the buttons as quick as possible, i.e. double tapping and then visually hit confirming, you can keep yourself out of trouble.
Makes sense.
So basically, like, I would go through and try to hit all of the -5 or less strings from max range, like, or try to figure out the max range and try to hit it like 5 times in a row on both sides, and then move on to the next one. Because, like, I think it's important to have a systematic way of looking at the game. Otherwise, like, you just kind of default to just mashing buttons, which is like the exact opposite of what other players are doing.
Yeah, look at that dude in the pool in the background.
Yeah, so that guy actually is important in story mode.
Really?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. He's a template for or like an empty body or whatever for Chinook or whoever to put a soul into.
Makes sense.
So once you feel comfortable with those strings, then we would pause it and then clear the tag list and then add in new ones.
That's so sick.
Yeah, so the EX is either, sometimes they'll give you a ground bounce, or sometimes, yeah, so this would be the next step. Once you have strings that are like safe and good, then the next step is to figure out which of those strings are cancelable.
Okay.
And the way that you figure out whether or not they're cancelable is by looking in the frame data, and it'll just say, it's either, cancel is either 0, or it has a number attached to it. If it has a number, it's cancelable. If it's 0, it's not cancelable. So you can use the frame data to try to build your own combos, such as you know, the way that you're doing it. But you'll notice that the strings that have like a long unsafe follow-up typically are not cancelable.
I got you.
And then some strings are specifically made for the ground bounce.
Can I go online now?
If you want.
I don't think anybody can beat me.
Okay. All right, guys. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed this little kind of intro to how a couple of Street Fighter players would think about Mortal Kombat. I guess we're gonna go online. Mike's gonna fucking lose some points. Ha! Plot twist. I don't got any points to lose. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. We'll see you later. I don't even have Goro.
Make him humble. Oh man, he's beating your ass. Look at him go to work.
Just wake up, EX, do it. God. Oh, let me play. Fuck.